YouTube, what is going on? Tanner here with Pfeiffer Football. My name is Tanner Pfeiffer. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. You're not going to want to miss any of the information I'm about to give you guys. I usually cover NFL news. I always cover NFL news on here. One of the things that happened today in training camp was Jaguars tight end Tim Tebow was released. So congrats to Tim Tebow on a great opportunity and just being a great guy and as humble as he is. I'm a big fan of Tim Tebow. Something I want to talk to you guys about today is something I saw from quarterback Kyle Allen of the Washington football team. He was saying that, quote, "I saw Christian McCaffrey in this offense. Imagine what Antonio could do," or that's what we're trying to get Antonio to. He's talking about running back Antonio Gibson. Kyle Allen was a quarterback with Ron Rivera as head coach with the Panthers. Now they're both in Washington, where Antonio Gibson had a great rookie season. Antonio Gibson, at the age of 22, played only 14 games, only starting 10 games. So from a fantasy standpoint, guys, I want to talk to you about Antonio Gibson and what he could do if he had a Christian McCaffrey role on this offense. His first 3 years in the league. In 2020, Christian McCaffrey got hurt, but he was going to probably have another great year. But over 100 targets in the receiving game as a running back. That's more targets than wide receivers get. So if you're in a PPR fantasy league, Christian McCaffrey is obviously a guy you want to play. So in that style of offense, you got Sam Darnold, which I think, doing more screen passes as well is going to be a benefit. I don't think that offense is going to change too much. Antonio Gibson could benefit so much from being in this kind of role on the Washington offense, as he only rushed for, I think, 700 and something yards last year, only playing in 14 games. But imagine if he's healthy for a full 17-game season in a Christian McCaffrey role in the Washington offense. He only had, I think, 42 targets or 44 targets in the receiving game. But if you double that, that's 88 targets in the receiving game and double the amount of receptions that Antonio Gibson had last year, which was 32 or 36 receptions. If you double that, that's 72 receptions. Antonio Gibson could seriously blow up if he is in the Christian McCaffrey role in this offense. Ron Rivera obviously loved Christian McCaffrey while he was in Carolina, so if he wants his running back to kind of implement this style and usage in his backfield, this could be absolutely critical for Antonio Gibson. I'm not necessarily high on Antonio Gibson, but after seeing this report from Kyle Allen saying that this is kind of what they're doing in Washington, I'm going to be like, okay, this is something to double think about, because Antonio Gibson, I'm not sure what his current average depth, average draft position is, his ADP. But if he's a running back who's available in like the second or third round, if I were you, I'd be snatching him up, because this could be a huge season for Antonio Gibson. With Ryan Fitzpatrick, then you've got Kyle Allen there as well. So you've got different quarterbacks there. Obviously probably going to be doing short passes as well. I'm not saying there's like an upgrade at the quarterback position, but I mean, you could definitely see screen passes being a benefit in this sort of offense, not having like a superstar quarterback. Antonio Gibson, guys, if you have him available in the second or third round, I would snatch him up, because imagine the stats that he had last year basically doubled. And like I said, if he plays for a full healthy season, which this year is going to be 17 games, he had 11 rushing touchdowns last year. Add maybe 6 to that. Add maybe 6 touchdowns of that, because he only had 170 rush attempts last year. That's it, 170. He averaged 4.7 yards per carry, 795 yards rushing last year. So almost 800 yards with 11 touchdowns just rushing. In the receiving game, Antonio Gibson had 247 yards with 0 receiving touchdowns. But like I said, double that. Double that if he's in a Christian McCaffrey role and he's completely healthy. His amount of rushes is going to go up from 170 to like 300. Like he could have so many more rush attempts. He could definitely be over 1,000 yards rushing. Now, I'm not saying he's like perfectly utilized as a receiving back. I'm not sure if I trust him yet as a receiving back, but he did have an 81 catch percentage last year. So imagine the Christian McCaffrey role for Antonio Gibson in the Washington offense. You could almost guarantee that these numbers that he put up last year will be doubled, which would place him as like a top 5 fantasy running back in 2021. So if Antonio Gibson is there for you guys in like the 2nd or 3rd round, like I said, I'm not a huge fantasy football expert, okay? I'm just talking about it, and I've been recently talking about it with a fantasy football counselor. He's been a big help to me. He's been a good friend, so go check him out as well. And if you guys are here from his videos, thanks for tuning in. But he is the guy that's like more expert. So I'm not huge on fantasy football, as in like I know what players ADP is, so don't quote me on that, but he may already be going in the 1st round. But if Antonio Gibson is, going in the 2nd or 3rd round, if he's there for you guys, you got to snatch him up. And I think that's something I'm going to look at. If he's a guy that flies under the radar, this could be a great pick, especially if he's utilized more like Christian McCaffrey and he plays a full 17-game season. This could be freaking huge. Antonio Gibson has a potential right now. The ceiling is high as it could ever be for any player in 2021 for Antonio Gibson, guys. If you're a fantasy football guy, pay attention to Antonio Gibson. Let him fly under that radar, and then you snatch him up when you can, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you do go check out the Fantasy Football Counselor. Like I said, he's been a great friend, great help to me. Go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. If you made it this far in my video, make sure you subscribe as well. I don't always talk about fantasy football. I do cover NFL news basically 24/7. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to me here on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next video.